G'day lads, welcome back to another Gates of Hell PvP match. This time it is a 2v2 on whatever the map is. I can't actually remember what the name is, but I'm versing Xi Jinping and Unaman. So yeah, versing a dictator, nice. I'm also playing with one of the lads from the Discord, Triglav, very good lad. If you see him around, make sure to get a game in with him. But the random gods of Gates of Hell have gifted me the finish irregular doctrine on the random spin. So obviously I go random doctrines these days. Got a squad heading to the middle to try and get cap weight on that. I've got my scouts heading to the southeast with an AT rifle squad. And I was hoping to send a few more scouts out. So I'm waiting for that, as you can see. Bada bing, bada boom. And I'm sending them out further to the flank. Just to cover myself there on the southeast. But they've actually hit the middle first. So we know they've got a vehicle. I do have my AT detachment coming up, so I'm going to rush them to the middle and try and get shots on. My scouts have managed to make it. Happy days. And I'm actually going to try and rush for his point. That was my idea here. So I didn't want my guys to just get slaughtered, so I've actually lied them down. Getting them ready for a push to the middle. And here come the AT boys. So it's only a Gaz Jeep. Nothing too stressful to worry about. And there's actually a full squad already on this point, so my guys got slaughtered for nothing. Bit stupid of me just to run them up like that, but I did. All goodly is what it is. I'm actually rushing another squad over to try and make sure I can hold on to my point on the southeast. If he pushes me at the moment, he'll push me off and I'll be on the back foot very early, so we didn't want to go down 4-1 straight up. So I'm hoping that squad can get there early. But he doesn't have a lot in the middle. My boys are pushing on, so I feel like, yep, we can get cap weight, which we have. Me and old Triglav, we actually ended up being a pretty good team. I don't reckon we lost one for the match, for the night. And we were just doing silly things. Like one of the games I got an FT17 straight away just to see how it would go, and it went as horribly as you would imagine. But I had a lot of fun, so that squad's getting there to reinforce my point, make sure he can't push it. Looks like I'm taking on Xi Jinping on the left side here, and it looks like it's Unaman in the middle. So now that I've actually reinforced this, I had a bit more breathing room, which was nice. I'm setting up the MG and the MG assistant further back, just in case. Throwing a guy forward. The idea there was if he runs past that house, my guy will just get shots at him as he's running past. I'll get some easy kills. That's what I was hoping for. I'm sending an anti-tank squad into the middle. So the anti-tank squads are quite handy for Finland. A lot of Panzerfausts, a couple AT rifles, awesome little squads. So I was going to get him hidden in the house, and if he pushes a vehicle up, I can just pop this dude out, go surprise, and shoot him with the Panzerfaust. That's the idea. But Triglav has got his hands full on the right side, as you can see. He's versing Unaman. I have actually played either with or against Unaman before, and I do remember him being a half decent player. I think I played against him, and I think I played against him once and with him once. I don't know if I won or not. I can't remember, but he's a decent player. I did know that much. So just biding my time. We currently hold more points at the minute. Decided to get some foxholes dug. Always handy. You should be always trying to dig some foxholes at the edge of your point. Mainly as a way to kind of hold on to the point if you're getting pushed really hard. You can kind of lie guys down in there. But it's also good to hide your officer in there if you know you're pushing 30 minutes into the game and you're not, you want to hold on to the point to get the win. Very handy to keep an officer in there. But I got my first officer out, which is quite nice. For the extra manpower. Obviously, they cost minus 25 CP, so I can bring out more units. And by the looks of it, my opponent isn't actually pushing me. If he had pushed me, even now, he'd probably push me off, but he hasn't. So I'm biding my time, and I'm waiting to get a whole squad out on the southeast, and I wanted to make a push from the, I guess, further south. That's my plan. I was judging whether a sniper would be viable, but negative. I do have one in the doctrine, so it wasn't that big of a deal if I had one or not. That sniper is elite. Give it a go if you haven't. I actually love that little unit. I think it's brilliant. I know a lot of people like to get a tank out with the first doctrine or something like that, and it is a good tactic, but if you can hold off and get that little sniper, he's very handy. But 5 minutes in, 232 to 363, 364 now, or 5 now, our way. So we're doing quite well. I am getting ready for an assault on the southern point. It looks like my opponent, Xi Jinping, my main opponent, is digging in. Triglav has lost a lot of units. I actually have a lot of units on the field compared to him. So I felt like I should probably start making a push and using them. I don't know if that was him or me. I think it was him warning me that there was units there. But I did know that. As I said, we worked very well as a team. A lot of communication. If he needed something, I'd help. If I needed something, he helped. It was quite good. But got my favourite little unit here, the 50mm mortar. If you're not using it, you're doing it wrong. This unit is elite. I say it every time. I just love it. Got another Panzerfaust dude hidden in that building, which is nice. If I get pushed anywhere near this point by a tank, I've got a lot of AT to deal with it, which is very nice. I've also got a lot of infantry behind that middle point, waiting, just in case I get pushed off. I can reinforce it instantly. And I figured I'd try and sneak this dude around on hold fire and see if he can't get eyes on the point. Just making sure these guys are healed, but they didn't need healing. It'd be nice if they actually got in their foxholes. That is a major gripe I think a lot of people have. I don't know why they don't. I wonder how hard it would be to... Obviously, it is hard to just get it to work. Otherwise, the devs would have done it. But I wonder what they need to do. Who knows? But there's a vehicle pushing triglav. Some kind of self-propelled gun. As you can see. So he's actually... He's copying a massive attack from this Unaman dude. Just constant attack. He's holding his own though, which is nice. It's nice when you get competent teammates. Don't get me wrong, I like playing with randoms, you know, it's fine, but at the same time it can be very hard because, you know, you can lose the match because you can't employ any tactics. I think the worst one is when you play with a player that won't push their side of the map. Like they'll just go to the middle and leave their flank wide open. Because then it just means that there's constant pressure on you instead of alleviating. But enough rambling on that one. I've got my sniper coming. Happy days. He will get lots of damage in, which is nice. My mortar is actually firing shots already, which is good. Mr. Snippi's here. So hopefully he gets some shots off soon. I don't actually know if he can see anyone yet. Shoot. So it doesn't look like he can actually get any shots off, so there goes that plan. So I figured I would... Oh, there's another tank pushing Unaman. Rough. Pushing triglav. So eventually you'll see me moving left. I also have that squad pushing to the southeast, as you can see on the minimap there, if you can see it. Let me know if I need to make it bigger. I probably do. It's just hard on PvP matches when you're concentrating. You kind of want as much of the screen showing as possible. But snipers coming around, that squad's coming over. I feel like what Xi Jinping is doing is he's got his point held and now he's just using equipment for Unaman. But Triglav, to his credit, is absolutely killing it over on that northern flank. Most other teammates would have dropped that point by now. Very nice to have him on my team. I'm now making my push on the southern point. So my opponent, by not pushing, has allowed me the time to set up a defense and get ready to propel an offense on him. So propel an attack on him. So don't do that. Keep pushing. Never stop pushing in battle zones. Domination you can afford to. You can afford to hold up a little. Battle zones you have to keep pushing. And yes, I know it can cost you games by having to push constantly. But unfortunately, you don't get a lot of time with battle zones, so you just got to do it. You can get down and out very quick in this game mode. As you can see, we've only held, what, 3 points for the whole match, but we're already over 500 within 10 minutes. So you've got to keep pushing. They could have probably been ahead right now if Xi Jinping had pushed. But I'm trying to get everyone getting shots on that point. I'm pushing this squad up as well. No point sitting back in defense when I'm making an offensive. Or when I'm currently in an offensive. Trying to get that machine gun up in that window. Very good window for him to sit in. And another one, why not? That mortar is just constantly firing. It's so good. You just heard that constant mortar fire just raining down on the enemy. Elite. Even if it doesn't get that many kills, it restricts your enemy's movement. But I'm actually flanking with these boys, which is handy. I've been trying to flank more and go for point control. I know I talk about map control a lot, where you have a lot of boys spread out around the point. But I want more point control, where I kind of, before I attack the point, I come around on multiple angles. That way I've got a better advantage on my opponent. So these boys at the back are absolutely shredding, which is nice. That sniper is getting a lot of kills. We have actually lost the middle though. I didn't realise it was even happening. So I don't have any manpower to bring out another squad, unfortunately. I've just pushed a squad over to the left to help keep that offensive up on my left. That's kind of the trade-off when you're making an offensive. Sometimes you will lose a point. It happens. But because the offensive is going well on that left side, I've actually begun pushing that infantry back into the middle. Now, Triglav's Panzer III, the dreaded Panzer III. I would likewise be proud if any of you've seen that match, but the Panzer III is doing very well over on that northern flank for him. Don't know what the enemy has. I don't actually know what units, like what doctrines the enemies are. I haven't actually had any doctrine units pushed at me yet, so I feel like they're mainly focusing on Triglav and he is somehow holding his own. There is a massive push in the middle, but I've cleared out this left point, so I'm about to take this with relative ease, which is nice. Get a couple nades in there. So yes, we've lost the middle, but we've now capped the southern point. And now I can refocus my attention in the middle. That's the idea here. So Xi Jinping's actually moved to the middle. That's why I've been allowed to take this left point. So we've kind of both bamboozled each other. I've gone left, he's gone middle. But I have plenty of units there ready to go. I noticed that he's got that stupid infantry gun and it's absolutely shredding us in the middle. So I was waiting for a bomb to just drop a bomb on it. That is my plan, but I'm not losing any units, so it's taking way too long. I do have a lot of infantry on the field. My mortar is going hard. I'm bringing the mortar over to defend this southern point. Generally, once you've captured the point, if you just sit a mortar behind the point, like behind it, you'll hold that point for a very long time. You know, those mortars, even if they're not killing your enemies, they're definitely taking health. And a lot of people don't F8 their units. When I say F8 their units, F8 is the hotkey for heal. So a lot of people won't, so they'll end up at a disadvantage after one skirmish. Not ideal. So holding mine on the left here, still waiting to get that bomb. And the mortar is coming over. My sniper is doing a lot of shooting. I don't know how many kills he's got. I think he's at 8 veterancy though, so imagine he's got a few. I think he starts at 4 though, in fairness. But my ammo crate got there. Just pushing the lads on just to get extra manpower. He's got a Dushka stand coming. Not ideal. I'm gonna throw some smoke. Surely I'll throw some smoke. No idea. But Xi Jinping's actually, he's doing well to hold back. Because if he just pushes in, he'll get slaughtered with all the units I have there. So he's just kind of holding back and keeping my attention there. Looks like Uneman's actually trying to help him out in the middle. Maybe they were talking. I'm not sure. I wonder if they were communicating. It seems like they were, because they are working together pretty well. Now, I had the points to get a lot of stuff. But I was waiting to see where the infantry gun was, and bang. We were kind of hoping that it would machine gun the Dushka when it went through, but I don't think it had a machine gun. So, happy days. He doesn't realise what's happening. He's not even moving. 3, 2, 1. Bang. So dealt with. Very easy way to deal with emplacements. A little bit of luck there that he didn't move, but that's okay. Now, I was actually thinking about a infantry gun of my own, which I've actually done. So, happy days. Did I get the transport or the T20? I got the T20. I don't think I meant to do that in fairness, but 15 minutes in, 680 to 146 our way. Been a very good match so far. I'm currently making an assault on the middle. Now, my boys that were sitting on the left side of the middle point have been absolutely shredded, so I need another infantry squad to reinforce that. There's also a self-propelled gun pushing me on the south. Very dangerous. I don't have anything to counter that. So I was actually asking Triglav if he had anything that could actually shoot that, because obviously I don't have any big guns. Come on. And my infantry gun actually got set up. It's not really in the best place. So Triglav has helped me out a lot, and he's actually managed to kill that tank. What I'm doing is I'm pumping the T20 up so that if he goes to push the tank, he hopefully shoots mine first. It saves the tank. Odds are he won't, but you never know. Also got some boys pushing in the middle. Got an SU-85 pushing. So we're back in the middle point now. Happy days. We're regaining the cap. Starting to overrun them a little bit. So there is a BM-848. That mini Katyusha. That's kind of what I call it. It's like a rocket truck with little rockets on it. Decent mid-tier doctrine, but it doesn't actually do that much damage, I've found. He just shot it at me on the southern point. I've still got all those boys still there. But he did take out my infantry gun with it. Cheeky monkey. So sending another lad over to take it. Come on, get there. We'll get it fixed up, back in the fight. Triglav's Panther 4 has been destroyed, which isn't ideal, but we are capping this point now. So I'm just throwing some smoke. Holding my ground. We're at 700 points plus, so now it's just a matter of trying to hold out. We do have 4 points now. So I think they'll be feeling the pressure a little bit. I got this 75k 44 prototype. Haven't got it before, but it is an insane weapon. Very nice. So my idea was to get that to the middle at this intersection and just hold it with the AT gun. And try and get a shot on that SU-85. One thing I didn't account for, which you will see shortly. There is a fair bit of a hill. Like a bit of a dip there, so unfortunately getting shots with this AT gun was not easy. But here it is. Hoping that I can get a shot, but I don't think it can. So he's actually shot the back of the truck. My AT gun is actually hidden, but because he shot the truck, it's killed all the boys behind it, so not ideal. Stupid thing. I think I'm getting that back for reps. Am I repping it yet? So I was wondering why I wasn't shooting, and now you can see why. Little bit of a hill. Not sure what Triglav's got over there. Westby maybe? Not sure. But the infantry gun's ready for reps. We repping? Come on. So I was getting one of those boys over on the prototype so I could run it up. They've got multiple tanks kind of pushing us, so we need to deal with that very quickly. Perhaps Uniman was a Scorched Earth dock. T-34. The Triglav's got a grill. I didn't think he was the Scorched Earth DLC, the support doctrine. Apparently he is. Weird. So, gun is ready. He's actually pushed one of those T-34s at us. Oh no, that's just the, that's not the doctrine one, that's just a random one. But I'm throwing some AT guys at it. He's trying to rush for the grill, which is a bit rough. But, luckily for us, managed to get that, and the grill is repairable, so that was a very, very lucky buy. I managed to save that. Still holding on the left here. He's not really making much of an offensive on me. I've reinforced it with infantry, so pushing a bunch of them up to get shots. He's slamming me with that Katyusha thing. The BM-848, Zig-8, or Zig-6 does it say? Oh, Zig-6, my bad. But 20 minutes in, we are at 812 to 53, so we are dominating the match. He's just throwing shells at us. I used to think that was an awesome little doctrine vibe, but I'm not so sure anymore, if I'm honest. I used it once and loved it, but every time I've used it since, it's been a bit meh, I've found. But the gun's up. I am sort of protected by that hill from the road. I can get shots left and right, which is quite nice. Figured I'd just take out this machine gun. Why not? Bye-bye. So I can... There we go. I can see the tank. Got him. One shot. Gonskis. Straight through the front of the Stug. Oh, no. That's triglav fighting the Stug. I was fighting the SU, but that's game. GG. Thanks for watching.